Hello, I'm Councilwoman Joyce Dickerson, Chair of Richland County Council. I represent District 2, and welcome to this edition of The Recap.
The Richland Soil and Water Conservation District received a Community Involvement Award from Lexington Richland School District 5 for its mini grant that helped improve stormwater drainage at the school's outdoor classroom.
About 2 years ago, the students and I had a community service project to give back to our school, and we built this outdoor classroom area. Problem was we had this huge muddy area right by the sidewalk that you had to walk through to get to the outdoor classroom area. It was caused by runoff from the gutters from the building, and so Clemson Extension and Richland Soil and Water helped us create a solution to the problem. And so right now we've built a bioswale. All of the plants picked dry up the area. They thrive in wet soil, and so one, it solves our muddy problem. But two, it just adds a beautiful accent and provides like a wildlife habitat for birds and hummingbirds. And this entire project was done by 12 8th grade students at Dutch Fork Middle School that were part of my action club, joining with a dozen of our students with special needs. And together they worked and they learned what would work here, how to problem solve, which plants to pick.
Seeing this, all this, what they've done is amazing, that they've put all this together in the last couple of years and that we were able to help with it and teach the kids how to control water through these natural processes is amazing.
They've done an excellent job here with this. It's great to see enthusiasm like Ms. Winsinger and her students and all the great job they've done here. They learned that plants aren't just for looking pretty or feeding animals. They do things for our environment, like cleaning our water and holding our soil, and this is an excellent example of that.
Richland County Community Development celebrated National Community Development Week with several public events and helped organize a ribbon-cutting celebration for several new affordable housing units near downtown Columbia.
So today we're here in culmination of East Central, which is a culmination of HUD funds that we utilize from Richland County, from Columbia Housing Authority, and the city. So with that, we're going to be able to, when we move forward, we're going to be able to demolish these homes that were, I believe, are some of the oldest public housing homes, not only in the state, but possibly in the country. And in place of that, we're going to be utilizing our federal funds to do 12 houses within the area. Richland County will be producing 2 of those houses, and we are just super excited to be a part of this effort.
If you remember how to spell collaboration, if you look at the word in collaboration, you will find the word labor. And I know that this venture has been a labor of hard work, a labor of love, and this is the result of that hard labor. Richland County looks forward to continuing to work with you and to continuing to partner with both the City of Columbia and the Columbia Housing Authority.
You know, we utilize our federal funds that we get from Housing and Urban Development to do great things in our communities. This is a culmination that has been on the horizon for years. Our partner, and when I say our, city as well as county, Columbia Housing Authority is a great partner that we have out in our communities that do affordable housing, mixed-use housing, everything that kind of brings our areas up.
More than 7,000 pounds of food waste have been diverted from landfills and transformed into plant food through a pilot program at Dutch Fork Middle School. Richland County Solid Waste and Recycling partnered with the school last fall to test a program designed to reduce the amount of food waste that ends up in the trash. Through a grant from the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control, the county was able to provide the school with a scale, collection bins, transport carts, and collection service. The food scraps are collected weekly by an organics hauling company and dropped off at a nearby facility where the food is transformed into compost. 4th and 5th graders from Gadsden Elementary learned the importance of structurally sound and safe buildings during a butterfly box construction project in April. Richland County Building Inspections joined with the South Carolina Permit Technicians Association to educate students on the basics of constructing a home, which consists of a solid foundation, exterior walls, roof, and protective treatments. Participants sanded, assembled, and painted their boxes while learning the principles of good building. Richland County court-appointed special advocates, through a partnership with the National CASA Association and the Toy Industry Foundation, received a special delivery in April. An 18-wheeler brought thousands of toys to a donated storage space in Columbia. The toys will be provided to volunteers who serve as guardians ad litem for local children who need representation in the family court system. The toys will be given to children at Christmas time. CASA thanked its hundreds of volunteers and county employees with a luncheon at Riverbanks Zoo on April 19th.
This is all about our volunteers. CASA, of course, we could not do the work that we do without the amount of volunteers that we have. So in order to show our appreciation for their volunteerism, we bring them in for a luncheon on a yearly basis. And this year, we were delighted to have Mr. Clifton Talbert to be our guest speaker.
This is my second opportunity to come to your city to share with the volunteers of CASA the incredible work that they do throughout Richland County and what it means to the lives that they touch. So I'm delighted to be here to be one of the speakers. No matter what happens to technology, no matter how computerized we become, that our hearts still matter, and to go into our hearts and to pull out those incredible gifts that we have to give others, to me this is the highest thing that we can do.
Oh, Richland County CASA, it's a national award-winning program, and it's volunteers what makes a difference. We have great staff to lead the volunteers, but we have volunteers from all across the country who step up to serve our children in Richland County, and it's great that we're taking a special day out here at the zoo to honor and appreciate the volunteers.
The work they do is priceless. In this day and time, it's hard to find volunteers who go in so much in depth to especially take care of children and improve their quality of life. So I have to be here to at least say thank you to all the volunteers and the work they do.
Wrapping up a busy month, CASA members gathered at the County Administration Building to form a giant blue ribbon to mark National Child Abuse Awareness Month. A new public-use dock on the Broad River was recently opened after the original was destroyed in the October 2015 floods. The Columbia Rowing Club, along with Councilman Greg Pierce, thanked employees of Easy Dock, the company who donated the new pier.
This is one of those projects where everything just came together. We can't thank, of course, the Easy Dock company enough for their donation, but also our Public Works Department really stepping up to the plate, getting all of the preliminary work done, having to surmount obstacle after obstacle. When you've got a flowing body of water, you've got so many government authorities and permits and permitting and so forth. And at the last minute, Mr. Seals, our new administrator, stepped in, got everybody together, everybody was on target. Just a team effort from everybody in Richland County and Easy Dock to make this happen. What we're looking for now in the future is this is going to be a catalyst, not only for rowing in Columbia, but bringing people who can't row during the winter, who will come down here, stay in our hotels, eat at our restaurants, and row on our river.
Well, I'm going to be totally honest with you. This is probably one of the biggest days of my life. I've had a lot of big events in my life, but this is a long journey. It's come to a very successful conclusion. It's a great day. Working with Richland County, now there were mandated permits, proposals, you name it, they had to face it. But I did not meet an individual, not a single individual in the county that I didn't find were helpful, were pleasant. And thankfully, they made you feel like you were the only person. They had a lot on their table due to that flood, but they really did a great job.
Richland County celebrated National County Government Month by encouraging residents to take active roles in local government. County employees were featured in a video that spotlighted 10 ways to get involved. You can watch the video at rcgov.us. An eastern redbud was planted at A.C. Moore Elementary School on April 18th in memory of Ann Furr, a Conservation Commission member who passed away in October. Ann enjoyed volunteering at A.C. Moore, where her granddaughter Sarah Boberts attends 4th grade. Councilman Seth Rose read a resolution from County Council. Sarah recounted her experiences with the commission, and students watered and mulched the new tree. The director of the Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center honored officers and staff with a cookout the first week of May.
Today we're here celebrating National Correctional Officer Appreciation Week, which was signed in 1984 by President Reagan. It's the first week of May, which has been designated for that. And we're just here doing this to show some appreciation to our correctional staff at Alvin S. Glenn. Just to build staff morale, show them that they are appreciated, let them know that we do care, the administration does care, and we appreciate everything they do because it's a tough and thankless job.
Richland County held a series of flood recovery meetings in May that provided homeowners affected by the 2015 floods with information on how to register for federal housing assistance. The county will accept applications for assistance until June 15th or until 600 applications have been received.